Greetings, Dieselfunketeers. Tim Fielder back again. Let's turn the volume down a little bit. I don't know if it's too high or too low. We're going to find out. Let me know if this stuff is working or if it is not working. Again, I am back on Dieselfunk Dispatch after several days of frankly celebrating my wife's birthday. When did it become birthday to become ultimately birthdays? Pretty aggressive birthday partying, but it was good, and I'm glad to be here. So I'm fortunate to be back with you guys. I actually took a day off today. I did not do a 5-mile walk today. Normally I would have done it earlier, but I did not today. Yesterday I took a day off a little bit because it's been grinding since Thursday was grinding, Friday was grinding, Saturday was grinding. Sunday I walked like a mile and a half. I didn't go crazy with it. Today I just took a day off just to give my body a rest. But we are back now with Dieselfunk Dispatch, and I hope you guys have been doing well. We seem to be running on Twitch. We seem to be running on Instagram. We seem to be running on Facebook. However, I always wish there was a way to share this more efficiently off of that. Like you could share it to a page or whatever, what have you. But it don't matter. It don't matter. We're doing this. We'll refresh that guy there. It should be coming through. Yes, we are rocking and we are rolling. I'll copy this. And I'm gonna go to Tim Fielder. I'm gonna post this link here because I got a lot of folks who, they do look in on things here. Do that. Okay. Alrighty. I'll post that link there. Okay. So Facebook, we are live. YouTube, we are live, although chat seems to be acting a little weird, but that's okay. It's all right. It's all right. We seem to be doing all right as well on YouTube, and I'd like to take a little moment just to check and see. Again, guys, you all know how I am with this type of stuff. I am not the super duper expert. He is not the super duper expert. But what I will do, Substack has been giving me issues. I don't know why, but I'll figure it out eventually. LinkedIn folks should be with us. Let's do a quick refresh here. Oh, probably helps if the button go live. What do you think? That might help as well. So I am again Tim Fielder, visual Afrofuturist graphic novelist. My company is Dieselfunk Studios. Just turn that down there a little bit. That. I am a graphic novelist and a visual Afrofuturist. I am a writer, and apparently I am still alive, which is also pretty dadgum cool. Just open up another window here. Right here. There we go. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for being with me today. Go to our desktop again. Dieselfunk Studios is my company. Infinitum and Afrofuturist Tale is my first major publication. There you go. You should be able to see that. Maddie's Rocket. I'm working on book 2 and 3 um, as we work on that. And of course, the graphic history of hip hop, written with my writing partner, Dr. Walter Grayson, the endowed chair at McAllister College in St. Paul, Minnesota. So I'm doing my thing. All right. Clap on, clap off. Let's get to this. Let me check here with Instagram to see if folks have started logging in. Again, I have to apologize. I was just out, I had to do this stuff, and I did send a notice to you guys that you know that I wasn't going to be streaming on Thursday and Friday. I'm going a little bit late here now. The reason being is I just had an interview just before this ended with the guys from Five Meats Comics, Oscar Garza, Oscar Garza and Rolando Esquivel. Sorry, I suck at rolling my R's. But these guys wanted to interview me. We just did a project through Frederick Aldama at University of Texas called about luchadores. And we have a section in there, a story called Final Four, which was a lot of fun to do. And please go check this book out. I'll probably eventually have them on myself. We'll switch it up a little bit. We'll do it like that. Let's see. Let's go here. Okay. All right, LinkedIn. Okay, we are rocking and we are rolling. All right. As you can see here, some of my tabs, I've been doing a few things. This song here, I find absolutely haunting. Beautiful song there. I love that song. It gets me in the mood of drawing sometimes because it has this kind of melancholy feel to it. I do listen to it from time to time. Okay. Live drawing with Tim Fielder, August 18th, 2025. Again, let me know if my audio is coming through. very soon I will be buying a new audio setup, mostly a new arm, which you will extend in. I'll try to make sure I get one that's colored. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for the viewers out there. Guys checking out what I'm doing. I greatly appreciate you do it. But we're here to do some work today because it's been a few days off. All right, let's check one thing here. Someone sending me a note. And the note is, turn your volume up online from Black Star. Stacy Black Star Robinson, thank you. Always. I'm going to see. I don't know. I know there's going to be some echo on that. But we will see how it goes. Let me know if that's working a little bit here. I have that volume up pretty, a little bit more. All right, let me know if that is coming through okay, Stacy. So here. Stacy Robinson is one of the premier visual Afrofuturists out there. He's out there doing his thing. Presently on sabbatical, artistic sabbatical, so he can do his work, which is pretty freaking cool. I'm going to see if I can turn some stuff, get a slight feedback. So I need to see. No, that's right. Instagram, that's right. Facebook that's right. Yep. Okay, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but we ain't going to worry about it for right now. We're going to keep pushing through because that's what we do. All right, now on to drawing. We're going to go here to Clip Studio Paint. Now, drawing, you might look at this page here. You might say, what in the world is this guy doing? I am a hybrid artist. I do a mixture of everything. I do a mixture of everything. That is what I do. And right now, my content goes in three forms. It goes in the forms of graphic novels, soon to be animation, because I just make it a quick announcement. Sometime next month, I will begin formally on probably doing Maddie's Rock, the animated series, or at least an animated movie, utilizing my drawing skills, my 3D modeling, animation, as well as the AI, probably Runway ML and VizCom is what I'll be utilizing to do most of the work. I don't deal so much with Midjourney and any of that type of stuff. I find that Runway and VizCom gives me a pretty nice selection, but occasionally I will dabble with some stuff. What it is really, it's problematic for me to kind of like use 10 different applications. Right now I'm pretty much restricted to VizCom, Runway ML. Aleph, if anyone has seen it, is really just doing incredible stuff out there with what it's been able to do recently. Anyway, you are the show. Why is that up there? It's because part of what I do, in addition to doing graphic novels, I do blogs, right? So I'll show you what that means. So, for example, here, this is DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a very cool thing here. You can see I am actually editing the blog that will go up tomorrow. So you can see. Lately, I've been spending a lot of time pondering. So this is the episode I'll probably upload tomorrow. Now, I'll zoom out here so you guys can see it. Let me know if you folks on Instagram are seeing this. Now, you might go, well, hey, we're drawing, aren't we? Hello, Black on the, oh my, I did that. I said on my reading glasses, Black on both sides NYC. Okay, it's hard to see. When you get my age, what are you going to do? Anyway, what's happening? What's happening with you? What's happening? What's happening, dude? What's happening? Anyway, so back to this. So watch what I'm going to do here. So you guys should be able to see my interface for DaVinci Resolve. You can say, okay, Tim, you get into this editing thing. Where the drawing coming in? Watch it. Check it out. So as I go through, one of the things I've been trying to do is to gradually make my work more robust. And you deal value into your work. You embed value into your work by not just the sound and the editing. I'm not the greatest editor in the world, but I'm gonna go here. Watch this. A slightly different route. Route. All right. See that sequence there that says route, route? That comes up there. You don't see it? Let's go to another section here. There are sequences in here where there are different things where I'm showing, like, for example, I'm out with my wife here. And we were by this place called Dinosaur NYC. We are doing our thing, and, take a lot of medical stuff. And, you got to go and feast. All right, so we eat pork and beef, and we've been kind of a little bit carnivore-ish diet because it's just after surgery and stuff. I just find that my body just works better with protein. But I eat tofu, chicken, fish, everything. But I have gotten back after 25 years not touching it. I've gotten back into red meat, beef. I did touch the stuff for many years. I just was strictly chicken, fish. That was it. But now lately I've been getting back to it. But anyway, so watch this. So we go here. Watch what's going to happen. See that? That come up like that. How would I do that? I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So for example, here's a sequence where I'm just narrating to the camera. There's a little bit more that I'm going to show you guys. Well, you'll see the finish of it. But let's say here in this section here. Right? Watch what I'm going to do here. Watch what I'm going to do. So let's say here in this section here, this is a part during, hello, D. Will Maddock. I don't know who D. Will Maddock is. I don't want to say that. I don't think that's Danny. How you doing? Maybe it is. Anyway, so in this particular sequence here, this is a theater with young kids my wife works at. And part of, I had to attend it because it was her birthday and it was very cool. But let's say I wanted to add an animated sequence on this that was done by hand, right? So I'm working at 16 by 9. Nothing unusual about that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Clip Studio Paint. One of the beauties of Clip Studio Paint is it has a feature in it. I'm not going to even say that, so I don't need to say that. I'm gonna go here and we'll be doing some breakdowns on the comic, just chill. We'll be getting to it, right? Let's see here. We got new, and I set it to where it has a black background. Now, I do not need my graphics to be perfect. I do not need them to be perfect, but what I do need them to do is be somewhat expressive. So watch what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna take this red color, right? Let's zoom over here a little bit. There we go. Because again, I have dead pixels. One day I'm going to get that fixed. And this is for a children's program. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. Right? So I'm going to start drawing the buildings. Right? I'm going to put the Brooklyn clock tower there. For anyone who is part of Brooklyn, they know that that's the Williamsburg Bank. Right? They got that there. Right, and then we have Prospect Park there. Right? And then we have here the Brooklyn Bridge. Right? And then we'll put a cloud here. And then we'll put another cloud here. So the reason why I'm drawing it like this because I want it to look like it's done by children. Okay? And then I'll put a bird here, put another bird there, put a bird over here. And here, I'm going to put the sun. Oh, that's a bad looking sun. Let's undo that. There we go. And then I'm going to put the, right, streaks, sun, streaks. Right? And here, I can do these kind of things, right? So you're looking at that, you're like, okay, Tim, what is the point of doing all this madness? What are you trying to prove? Okay, so here, 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 here. All right, put a little detail in there, right? basic drawing, right? Nothing fancy or flashy about it. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to time lapse. And by default, Clip Studio Paint allows you to output your images as a movie. In this particular case here, that's pretty quick, pretty fast. I'm going to go OK. And I'm going to save that as, I'm going to call it BKYLN Brooklyn Skyline. Okay, so that's saved. Now, guess what? I don't even have to save this anymore. I don't have to save this anymore. All right, now what I'm going to do is go back to DaVinci Resolve. And the reason why I did this is because this section here, I want the animation to have points play on top. Right? This is where you're embedding value into your work. Okay, I think I just got a notice from somebody. Again, guys, let me know if the audio is coming through good. I've been having a few issues with that, and I think one of the problems, beyond the fact that I obviously don't know what I'm doing, is I am working on and adding more and more value, if I can, to this work. All right, so we go here. All right, so back to DaVinci Resolve. Okay, I think we're good there. Yes. So watch this. I'm now going to find this thing. It's called BKYLN. And go Skyline. I'm just doing a search here. So there it is. So watch what happens there. I can drag and drop that film, that movie, to this. See what's happening? As you can see, it's covered on the timeline. Now, watch what I do. I'm going to right click over this, and I am going to increase the length of this project. So I'm going to go down here. I think I'll go to about 60, and let's see what happens. I'll zoom in here a little bit. Okay, that did not work. Let's do it again. Yep. All right. Let's see what happens now. There we go. So what I've done now is I've extended the length of this piece. Now there's no doubt or question that the resolution on this is it's 300 ppi, but it's not the greatest, and that's okay. I don't mind if it'll be the greatest. We go here. Hang on. Watch what I'm doing. So as I'm scrolling through this, I'm going to the beginning of the drawing, which will be wow, that sounds kind of haunting, doesn't it? So, there we go. So we're going to just clip that right about there. Now I'm going to move this here. And this starts. So as you can see, that covers all of that footage underneath. Now watch what happens when I right click over this, go to clip attributes. Here, I'm going to go to pre-multiply. And what that does is that uses an alpha mode. So anything that's solid, that's bright, that's how it comes out. You can see here it's very rough, right? But I'm going to go to composite mode here to the right. Let's go to composite mode. Right now it's set to normal. But I think I'll set it to color. That looks pretty good, right? But as it goes through, what it's going to start doing is playing back that animation over time. Okay, so I may keep that, I may not, but that is one of the things that I'm finding to my blogs. I'm able to add value to it by just putting graphics and things like that. Very helpful. Works better when it's dark. I'm still just something with features that I'm adding in here, but I'm going to save this in here. I might just leave it in there just for a moment. There we go. Right. And so this is the vlog that goes live tomorrow. I just have to do this section here and add some graphics in there to emphasize what I'm saying. And then I think that'll be good. So meantime, we're going to hit save because we don't want to lose our work. Okay, we're good there. I think we are, this is bridge. Go back here. I think we've seen what we need to see from bridge. Minimize that. All right, the comment. We are back on the comment now. Now here's the thing. Based upon last week, what we had done, where we output the comment, but when we output it, we needed to finish the lettering. And also, I would say there's probably like one page that needs to be tightened up, right? But we're going to go here. Here's Photoshop. Here's the comment. And these are all of the pages, right? These are all the pages. We had everything dropped out here. Remember page 26? And if you recall, I actually was laying everything out. 2, 3, 4. Right? So we got that. Then we got 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's good. Right? All right, now we need to name this. C. Whoops, hold on. Let's do it like this. Whoops. Whoops, everybody. Yeah. I'm going to go here. I want to try to get the whole thing. There we go. I hope he doesn't mind me talking about it. I saw some preview pages from Sean Martinborough's upcoming project, the Heavy. I mean, absolutely phenomenal work. It's like all of the work that he's done over the decades are culminating into this project. Because the project, I mean, you know, it's like all of the things the guy seems to be totally dig. Uh, Hard crime, environments, sites, noir, but also black exploitation, a little bit of that in there as well. And just really amazing graphics and fantastic storytelling. I was very impressed by what I saw. So I would ask you guys, encourage you guys to absolutely keep your eyes on the comment. I'm not the comment. What I'm talking about on the Heavy. It's really looking forward to it. All right, let's see here. All right, we're gonna go to 7. Turn that to 7. Okay. Now click here and V. That'll be 08. The same thing. And V 09. And V 10. And V 11. And V 12. 13. Just keep going. No worries. 14. I think that's right. We'll see here. 15. 16. That one there might be a little weird. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good there. We'll go 17 there as well. Good. Keep it at 17 there. And I can always change the numbers later if I have to. Right? But that's because it'll be 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we're just missing one page here that I need to do. All right. So I'm going to turn this off. And now we will go here to page 1. We're good there. Page 2. Already had the dialogue and narration there. Page 3. Good. Page 4. Good. Page 5. Let's zoom in here. Hold down the space bar to scroll. And I think we'll be okay here. Let's see. All right. Twitch, we're going good. Instagram going good. Facebook going good. I'm gonna pop back over to Dieselfunk on that. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Okay. Thank you for the folks who are watching. Appreciate it tonight. Right. Got that. So we're live here, we're live there. And then of course on LinkedIn we're also live. Substack and TikTok are just, I don't know what to make of those. We're gonna figure all that out. It works best on the PC, but on the Mac is a little bit more arcane. I guess that's the word I would use. But we'll figure it out. Okay, so here we go. And if I have to throw some more in here, images in here, I'll do that. Okay, there we go. So that's it right there. So now we'll go here. So this is the page where the banker has gotten out of the car. As you can see here to the left, and here he's actually having a conversation. We go here. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go up here and we're going to go to the comment breakdown. So we'll close that because we don't need that open. Alrighty. Now that is page 8, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So let me grab this here and move this over because we don't need the entire screen real estate. We need half of the page there. The other half will be lettering. The wording from the comment. I'm going to try my best. I don't know if it's possible. I'm going to try my best to letter a little bit, and then we'll get also a little bit more drawing done as well. Okay. So not very, right? All that there. That's what this is, right? Are you scared? No, right? You smile. Everything of value. Okay, so bank lobby, right? There it is. Messenger followed the president silently. Of course, they wanted him to go down to the lower vaults. It was too dangerous for more valuable men, right? And you can see here, I have all that narration there. And here I was using Clip Studio Paint to do the lettering, but that's, again, Leo McGovern will probably, as long as he's not too busy, because I think he's about to get really hot very soon, but if he's available, he will be doing my lettering for this right here, and then we'll work it out from there. All right, let's see here. Okay, we're going good there. We're going good there. All right. Had to check a few things here. Let's see. Let's see, y'all. Okay, good. Now, page 7. He smiled grimly and listened. Everything is of value, but we missed 2 volumes of old records. Suppose you nose around down there. It isn't very pleasant, I suppose. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now watch what I do here. Hit Command Shift 4. Okay, there we go. Drag and drop. There we go. Now, I probably maybe could have made that a little bit different, but I think for right now that's good. I like that. Not there. Right, so I'm going to hit Shift 4 again. There we go. I'm not looking for perfection. What I'm looking for is, see, I'm pulling that together. All right, I like that. This is good. I suppose not very. All right, then we can go through there. Now, if I want to, I also could have done this. Take it even, see even more. I could have said, okay, let's take not very. Going to take not very. Right? We're going to move not very here. Right? And now what I'm going to do is in this section here, he smiled grimly and listened. Right? We could also do this if we want. Command Shift 4. Going to go here. Actually, I don't like that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to divide up. There we go. Command Shift 4. There we go. See what's happening? So we're selecting that. Now that will go up here. So I can now remove the top part of this. Again, this is just using standard screen capture. Let's rasterize that layer because we can't do it because it's protected. There we go, Command D. Now I'm going to get rid of this guy here. Yes, and get rid of him. I'm going to move this guy back up here. So what's happening is, if I'm not mistaken, go right there, right? Then I can take the other part here, volumes of old records. Suppose you nose around now there. So watch this. Command Shift 4. All right, there we go. That can go right here. See? Now, of course, the lettering will be differently sized and so on. But what it does, it allows my editor to read this and to be able to have a closer idea of what's going on. And that's the most important thing to keep in mind, that it is. Hello, Never Been Shy. How you doing? So much of a pleasure to see you. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. I really appreciate it. Okay, somebody has commented on here. We got comments. All right, let's go and see the comments. Dinosaur barbecue is my joint. It is. That's better. Okay, turn your okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Thank you, Black Star, for contributing tonight. I appreciate it. Now, while I'm working on this, guys, you should know that one of the things I'm doing uh, is I am, how should I say, I am, I am broadcasting to YouTube, two YouTube channels, about 4 YouTube pages, which is what is Dieselfunk, Tim Fielder, Graphic History Hip Hop page, and Afrofuturism 2.0 page. And actually, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I don't know if they're gonna like it, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna go to, let's see if I can get in here. What? Reunion. I don't know. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna see? No, no. Well, nah. Oh, well, hold on. I think I got it. I think I got it. Go here. All right, I think what we want to do, there it is. And we're going to post. See here. Nope, that is not it. I thought it was, but it is not. It's okay. We're going to go back here and go to the main page here, Tim Fielder. All right, I'm going to share this. I'm going to copy the link. I want to, well, let's see if we can share it to group. Let's see if we can type it in there. There it is. Private group, but it is my family's group. So there we go. So now we are posting live to the Lot family reunion. I had a huge family. What can I say? pretty ridiculously large family. Many of them from Mississippi, roots in Mississippi. All right, now here's the thing I'm going to do here on this page. I'm going to take the word "not very," that phrase. I'm going to actually move it to the last panel here. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to take "not very," and I'm going to move "not very" here. The reason why it gives it the page space, right? Everything of value has been moved out since the water began to seep in, said the president. But we missed 2 volumes of old records. Next one. Suppose you nose down around there. It isn't very pleasant, I suppose. So now there's a beat of him looking, and then he goes, not very, while the president's walking off with his hand. You see what I'm saying? That's where what we're doing is embedding acting into the page through gesture. Doesn't have to really say anything. What he's doing, he's acting with his body, as it will, as it will. Oh, by the way, I'm looking Susanna Morris, one of my colleagues at the Afrofutures colleagues out of Georgia Tech, is releasing her book Kindred Spirits, her biography of Octavia Butler. I see that I'm seeing a bunch of advertisements about it. I'm looking forward. Positive obsession. And I don't know if I'm in the book or anything like that, but I did talk with her briefly because I actually had the pleasure of meeting. Never met her in person. Talked with her 2 or 3 long conversations I had with Octavia years and years ago before she passed away, and was every bit as gracious as one would think. Uh, and very much, I think, worth her status as this like Afrofuturist icon of positivity, even though she, you know, the world she predicted was, oh Lord help us, but that's another thing. Anyway, okay, so that page there we can call done. We can call this page here done. We need to, however, so we can move this over just a little bit because I had that over there. I want to make sure that this lettering goes in the right page, right section. And I think there's the page there. Yep, there it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the lettering down here by holding Shift. So if I Shift click, I select all 3 of those. We can drag, whoops, do it again. Shift click. All right, exactly. A little weird there, but that's all. Hold on. Command or Option. Now we'll drag these billy goats down here. Go here. We need to put that in front of that. There. Okay, good. So we're good there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this other one here, and I'm going to hit Command G. That one there will be, oops. Let's redo group layers. Okay. We'll select here. C. Command. So go back here. That'll be page 8. So here, so now we're able to follow the story along. So now we have that section there. That's good. All right, now I'll turn these guys off. 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll move to page 9. 9. 10, 11, and 12. Okay, good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So here, I'm going to go back to Dieselfunk here so I can try to maintain. Mail Studio just is, I'm still trying to figure it out in terms of being able to group, check to monitor the chats, but it's okay. I saw Donald Hafford, one of my good friends, actually chimed in the other day, and I missed that because chat is weird, man. Chat is weird. Chat is weird. It's 9:41. I think I've been going now for a little bit over an hour. So about 50 minutes looks like. Okay, we're going to. Okay, we're good there. All right, just had to check that out. All right, now let's go here. I'm gonna zoom in. Right, because there are points where I will use narration. There are points where I won't. So, interior stairwell, light at top, darkness at the bottom. Right. Well, Jim, the tail of the new comet hits us at noon this time, said the vault clerk as he passed over the key. So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to hit Command Shift 4, and I'm going to do one interesting thing here that I kind of missed. So I'm going to go here and drag and drop this guy in there. So that's good, right? But I'm going to turn these guys off. I'm going to turn this on, and we want to go back to this section here because I recognize this narration here needs to go in here like that. And not very. There we go. Not very needs to go here. Okay? So there we go. I missed that section here because I had, been moving stuff around and everything. But there we go. And this is part of the breakdown process. It's part of how um, um, things rock. And some stuff I'll keep. Like, for example, in this section here where it goes, well, Jim, the tail of the new comet hits us at noon this time, said the vault clerk as he passed over the keys. So I really don't need that bottom part there, but for right now, we'll be able to go with what we've got. Right? And in fact, let me just do this because I can. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this right there. Yep. And I'm going to fill this with white. There we go. Edit. We do not want generative fill. But what we will do is rasterize that layer so that we can do something with it. Go here, fill, white. Okay, good. Got that. Now, I'm going to Command D. I'm going to take this part here and I'm going to go right there. Yep. There we go. So now that dialogue is there. So this is the well, Jim, the tail of the new comet passes us around noon this time. Right? So that's good. Right? So we have that. So only thing I'll probably put on there, which I think I'll start doing more consistently, I'll do this. Watch this. And go here. As a matter of fact, I will rasterize these layers now. Right click, rasterize layer. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. That's this one. Here. Here. Okay, so now we need to go there. Okay, there. And we're going to take this thin pin, just like that. Whoops. We can make that a little bit thinner. Okay, so we know that that goes there. Take this pin a little bit thinner. the lettering when we style it will look very different. But again, this just allows a viewer to see the reader to um, be able to see who's talking. Okay, let's see here. Go here. And yes, dinosaur barbecue is a joint. It's pretty awesome. I find dinosaur barbecue to be delicious. Okay. All right, so we got this page here done. We'll close that up. Now let's move to the next page here. Go here. Again, that one, let's zoom out here a little bit more. Now, the reason why I took it, because I saw that that line works better on the other page. All right. But the messenger passed silently down the stairs. Down he went. Right? Down he went beneath Broadway, where the dim light filtered through the feet of hurrying men. So I have that number there because that was a page number when I copy pasted everything. So I'm splitting that in half. We can go here. And Command V. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what I wanted. And Command Shift and deselect that. There we go. Command Shift 4. I'm doing this because, again, I believe that we exist in a time when one probably should not keep things too secret as they are working. Because what you're trying to do ultimately is attract readers to your stuff. And the only way to attract readers, I believe, is to cultivate them over time, well in advance. So if you have a book that's coming out in a year and a half, you should be streaming almost daily just to let people know that. Now, right now, of course, my viewership is like ridiculously low. I don't mind that. There are things I need to do to improve it, whether it be, um, uh, whether it be, like sometimes I'm thinking maybe there needs to be music going on, playing in the background, light music, or whatever it is. There needs to just be something that is of value to the customer. I think people want to see me construct these books. That's what I believe. So that's what I'm working on. All right. But the messenger, all right, there we go. So that's great. So as you can see here, he's coming through the top door, right? That's what he's doing. And then he's going to walk down to the next level. So this is actually, in fact, a 3-panel page. So, Command Shift 4. There we go. Drag, drop. Right there. Yep. I'm liking it. See what's happening? As he is descending, right, the narration is following him. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other one is going to go right here. Right? Command Shift 4 again. There you go. See what's happening? Oops. That, doggone it. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. Then let's try it again. Let's go here to the desktop. Try to get that last. There it is. Right there. And drag and drop that there. Okay, great. So now we can go here, reduce this down in size, and that goes here. So effectively what's happening on this page here is this. Alright, I'm going to choose red here to be the best color to demonstrate the storytelling. So, you're starting here with 1. That's 1. Then you're going here. That's 2. Then you circle there. 3. Then here. 4. Then here. here, 6, and on to the next page. You all see what's happening here? That's basic left to right, top to bottom storytelling. One day I will cover a little bit more on what Scott McCloud's book, Understanding Comics, is brilliant. There are 6 pages that I consider to be essential reading for anyone who's interested in learning how to not just tell comics, but how to tell stories in animation as well as film. Okay, so that's good. So we can say that page there is done. Yeah, Command C. Over here, cancel that. Select right there, and then Command G. Boom. And V. Alright, so that's page 9, see? So page 9 is done. So once you get the drawings in place, then you can kind of like rock and roll on the other stuff. Alright. So here with his dark lantern, he broke the bowels of the earth under the world. I could have put that in that top page there, but I didn't really want to do that. This is what I wanted. He drew a long breath as he drew back the last great iron door and stepped into the fitted slime within. So, looking at this, I could, let's see, he drew a long breath. Okay, let's see. There we go. Right there. So, I'm not going to have any dialogue here. No dialogue. That's fine. Right? The only other thing I think I could do, and this is the positioning of this. Like if I look at the page here with him walking down the stairwell, I like the layout 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty high. Here, that would mean there would be no dialogue, and I'm okay with that. But it says he drew a long breath as he uh, threw back the last great iron door and stepped into the defeated slime within. That really is what should be happening here, right? And that means there should be no dialogue here. Okay, I like that. I like that. So we'll keep those where it is. So that's 10, 11. Then we're going to go 13. There we go. See what's happening here? See what's happening here? So he drew a long breath as he threw back the last great iron door and stepped into the fetid slime. Feated. I guess that's what it is. 4. Okay. There we go. Alright. And drag and drop. And that one, let's hit enter, goes above, actually this one here. Cancel that, something like that. Right there. So there we go. Sorry, there you go. Good. All right. All right. So now, here's another thing I could do. I could, in theory, go here and place this guy. I could place this guy here, right in that last one, right? And then take this. Here at last was peace. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Command Shift 4. Again. All right, there we go. Good, 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 good. All right, hit enter. Now that'll go there. That's where that should go. Again, I have to move some stuff around, but it's okay. Again, this is just temporary lettering. Here at last was peace, and he groped moodily forward. Okay, so that's what that is there. Now next, We can take a giant rat, leapt past him, and cobwebs crept across his face. Right? That's your four. Sometimes I'll use a narration, sometimes I won't. All right, and then Command T. There we go. All right, I like that. Let's take here, here, and here. What in the world is going on there? What's going on there? All right, we need to be able to take this guy, move him up. Whoops. Move him up, I think here, but I'm not sure. Yes. Okay, good. And that one right there is okay, good. So we're going to, that one there doesn't have lettering. So here, here, and that'll be in C, then G. All right, so that's gallery page 11. Okay, good. And then, and I can rename all these right here. I'm sitting here realizing the name wrong as well. Let's see here. Black Star and his sabbatical is doing quite a bit of drawings here. He's so impressed with the stuff he's sending. Hey man, you don't need that much detail on this stuff, man. Nobody's looking for that. Keep it simple, like dirt simple. I'm joking with them because they got on me about over detailing infinitum, but it was true. I almost killed myself doing it, so maybe they were right. Anyway, so okay, we're good here. I think we are good here. Now we need to go here, then C, and go here. Select all three of those, Command G. All right. So that's 12. Page 12. Yep. All right. I don't know who's listening tonight, but by a show of hands or whatever, I am strongly considering adding a morning session or daytime session to this. I think I could be so much more effective with doing my streaming if I added a daytime session. It doesn't have to be in the morning. It could be, 3 o'clock. Go three to 5 or 3 to 6, depending on how I'm feeling. Then take 2 hours off, and then I can start my evening session. I could even start at 1, but that's what I'm thinking about doing is adding a morning session. I think that there's something uh, there's something to being able to have these things pulled together. There's something to it. All right, let me rename these here. P06. P07. Right. P08. I'm just renaming these because it's easier to see instead of all this gallery stuff. Okay. Okay. 11. Again, I'm going to repeat for those who are listening. I don't know who is listening. Someone may be listening, someone may not be listening. But I would hope that someone will tell me whether or not they would be interested in me doing a daytime session of the Dieselfunk Dispatch live drawing session. I think it might be interesting to see. The reason why I'm thinking about doing it because I think it would add value to the viewers. Again, I think some people like this type of stuff. It's not like that's perfect. Of course, the drawings are all sketchy in terms of the breakdowns here, and eventually I'll do detailed images as well. But I think people want to see something we built from not from scratch, but they want to see something we built, and they're okay with seeing what traditionally would have been behind the scenes is actually very much viscerally visible. Okay, so we got here, that one, this one, this one. All right, we got 4 pages. So we want to take this guy and move him here. Yeah. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of this. There we go. And D. And delete that. And I think we'll even delete this one. There we go. All right. I have former students that we were live streamers, and I gotta say to you folks, the idea of someone streaming from sun up to sundown—that's a lot. All right, we're at 10:02. I'll try to have finished something solid within the next several minutes, so I can shut down by 10:30. All right. Quick aside here. Uh, So I'm doing this work here. I'm placing lettering in by printing out these things. I think there's like 2 pages that need to be kind of not necessarily redone. They just need to be tightened up here. But again, I'm very happy with the way this is looking because right now we're about to get into the stuff here. Again, I work in a quad structure. You might be asking, Tim, why do you have 4 pages kind of bunched up on each other? I have them bunched up because the it's easier for me to tell stories with things bunched up like this. It's a speed hack as well. It's like why work on one page when you can work on 4 pages at the same time, right? So I have an 8 page story I need to do for uh, drawing a blank. 4 pages I need to do for Jackson Comics, which I'm overdue on. If I'm working on this quad layout, what this quad layout does, it allows me to effectively work on, in theory, it is possible to finish one of these palettes in a day. So it's basically, think of it as one page with 1, 2. Let's take this one here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 panels, right? So if I look at it as 17 drawings, it's like I say, it's a psychological hack. What it does, it allows me to say, well, man, if I could just do these 17 drawings in one day, 17 illustrations, what that means is that when everything is separated, effectively what I've done is I have, oh, I'm so sorry. Mark Florestan, my good friend, says you can do a morning session, but I won't be able to join you because I work and have 50 hours of meetings. I'm going to say this. He is only joking by 20%. The actual 80% he literally has. This man suffers horribly on a daily basis with meetings. I don't know why they do that, but hey, that's why they pay you the big bucks, my friend. That's why they pay you the big bucks. They pay you the big bucks because they know you're worth every penny. You're gonna do what the hell they say. And you're gonna show up to that meeting and be obedient, right? Anyway, yes, time to pay back. Anyway, let's see here. So now what we're gonna do is I need to do some tweaking here to this because it's like loose drawings are helpful, but sometimes you have to be careful that they're not too loose. And I'll explain to you what I mean. Uh, let's see here. So this is, let's see, how am I going to do this? I might see some tweaking that might need to be done here. But for right now, let's get back here right quick. And I could finish the letter or I could do some drawing. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when we do some drawing. Let's see here. Let's turn these guys off. Go here. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. He's in the vault here. Let's see if we can continue to do some lettering. All right. He's in lettering. Here at peace, and he groped moodily forward. Now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's it. All right. Okay. Okay. He felt carefully shelf by shelf on the muddy floor and in the crevice and corner. Nothing. So we're going to do this. Yep. Yep. Yes. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and Command Shift 4, and I'm going to take this section. He felt carefully around the room, shelf by shelf on the muddy floor, and in the crevice, nothing. So that will be our first thing, and that's probably going to go in that top section there. I'll put that there. And uh, then he went back to the far end. All right, here we go. And shift 4. This is where he's walking away. Then he notices, what is that? And he goes back to check it out. So drag and drop that in. All right, watch this. Hit enter. All right. So you see what's happening here? So let's go to these guys, y'all. Go Command T. There we go. See? There we go. Let's take that up a little bit right there. And I could put it here at the top as well. And then here, got this guy, Command T. And I could put that there. I could also put it here, but I think what we're going to do is put it right at the bottom. All right? So this page here is, he felt carefully around the room, shelf by shelf on the muddy floor and in the crevice and corner. Nothing. See? So he's looking through all these things, and then you see him walking off, and then he notices something, and he decides to turn around. He went back to the far end, where somehow the wall felt different. Yeah, I like that. That's hot. Hot, man. Hot, hot. Let's see, Command G. We're going to go P13. Okay, it's like putting together a long puzzle. That's what it is. All right, let's go back here and check again. Oh, I'm gonna probably play that music a little bit more. I love that music. Let's see, we're gonna go here. All righty, we're good there. Let's go back to Instagram. Hello, Saw1261. This is one of my dearest friends, Steve, who I have known next year for 40 years. It's only one other person who I've known for longer. Well, no, that's not true. I have never known anyone longer than Steve, my good friend, who I met in December of 1986. And he was approached me when I walked in. the long ranch cafe, the long something. It was a performance space off of is that Fifth Avenue? It's in Lower Manhattan, right up from New York University. But yeah, it still may be there. I'm sure the building is, but I don't know if it's a performance space anymore. Probably got a gap or something now. But anyway, so okay, so there we go. We have that laid out there. That's page 13. Pretty good. I like it, man. I like it. Now we're going to go here to page 14. Here's where he walks into the kind of room. All right. Nothing. He started away, then something brought him back. I keep forgetting to read this stuff more closely. Watch this. This is something that I'm realizing I need to be able to go back. This. Yeah. Yes. Yes. This is awesome. And go here, we're going to put that one there. Right? So here's where he was actually checking. Right? Then he went back to the far end where somehow the wall felt different. And he sounded and pushed in pride. See that? Now I can go here to nothing. Okay? Command Shift 4. There we go. Yes. So this will drag and drop right here. Good, good, good. And again, these are just temporary placements in the sense that they give the letter an idea of what to do, how to make the stuff fit, so on and so forth. But here, nothing. Yeah, that's there. That's good. Let's go here. Nothing. He started away, then something brought him back. He was sounding and working again when suddenly the whole back wall swung as if on mighty hinges and blackness yawned beyond. Right? So that's good. Page 13. Now it's page 14. Here's where it's going to get interesting. That's 13. Look at this. Check it out. So page 12. So we're going to go here. Sorry. Command Shift 4. Yes. He peered in. Right? Go right there. Oops. Let's go above here. There we go. And T. Right there. Yep. That's good. Right there. All right. So we see him walking into this kind of dilapidated, very small kind of closet-like room. All right. He entered hesitatingly. Command Shift 4 again. This time we're going to go like that. Oh, yeah. Drag and drop. And I could do it like that. As a matter of fact, let's see here. I'll see if I can. Supposedly, I can do it like this. I guess I could do it like that. We'll see. I'll figure out the best way to place that. There we go. There could be this here as well. Yes. Boom, bam, boom, bam, bam. Okay, good. So the way this page is working, I'll circle this for you guys to see. Let's increase our point size here. Go to brush. So you can see how the eye is working on this. So what's effectively happening is on this page, you're coming into the page, you're going here, that's 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. You see the chest there, right? Then 5, chest here, guy, and then off to the next page. Got it? That is the way comics work. You're effectively going by placement and direction. And it can be done with um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what's happening. Just like that. Alright? So it's amazing how simple this stuff is once you break it down. Of course, there's people I'm sure who can do it better than I can, but this is the way I pretty much do it. Okay, so we're now going to select this. Well, actually, I'll select all of them. Oops. All right, what time we got? 10:16. Command G. Gonna go P14. Okay, that's good. I'm liking it. Liking that a lot. All right, we're moving. We're shaking and we are baking. Shaking and baking. Bacon, not baking. All right, now let's go here. All right, this is where it gets weird. All right, we have some pages here that are missing, if I'm not mistaken. And that's okay, they're not really missing formally. But we need to go here. And now, we gotta do, we gotta find out. We don't need that. Go here, is where he's in the vault, opens the vault, walks through the vault, finds the room. Okay, so if I go here, this is what happens. So the last space here is actually that one there. These are the 4 pages I gotta get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 9 pages of panels. Holy smokes. Holy smokes around it, baby. A lot of stuff. Alright, so I'm going to hit save here because, we probably should save our work. What do you guys think? That's already saved. That's good. Let's go to Photoshop and save. How about Photoshopping and saving? There we go. Alright. Oh, boy. Whew. Getting a little sleepy here. I went to sleep at 2:30 in the morning yesterday because I was editing this video. Let's see, it's 10:18. Let's see, is there anything I want to do? Yes, there's something I want to do. I'm going to open up my breakdowns for Jackson Comics, which I have not gotten around to doing. One of the things I'm doing here, as you guys may not know, is my father was essentially encouraged to finish school by Medgar Evers, the late Medgar Evers, a civil rights worker. And part of what I'm doing here, I'll just play that there, is I am one of the artists that works for this particular book for Jackson Comics, and this is the 100th anniversary of Medgar Evers. He would have been 100. He was older than my father, realizing not that much older than my father because my dad is now 91. And one of the reasons why it's important that I'm showing this drawing here, you see the way I'm doing that drawing? I actually want to draw the comic like that. I want the comic to have a hand-drawn look. I'll probably use some rendering, but I don't want to overly paint it. But see, that's sort of what I'm looking to do. But there's Medgar Evers that I use reference for plan. And what we want to do now is take our breakdowns. There we go. So open that up. Okay. So I don't know if you know, this has been several weeks since I last used these breakdowns, and it's called The Offer, right? And it's basically breaking down where I interviewed my father early this year about his experience with Medgar Evers, right? And I'll just zoom in here. So I broke it down, prompt detail, right? Alcorn College, A.J. Fielder telling his story, opening with Alcorn College protest, school president, right? Because it was all about some controversy over school president at the time. That's page 1 and 2. Page 3 and 4 is the Alcorn protest. So what I'm doing is going in kind of like, okay, if you just take the first one, Alcorn College, that's the set piece. that I'm going. And then the detail is okay, 1, 2, 3, right? Then the Alcorn part. These are story beats that I'm putting in there. So we know page 3 and 4 is dealing with the Alcorn protest, right? So page 1 and 2 is introducing Alcorn College and the setup. Page 3 is dealing with the protest, right? And then 1 taking over the administration building, 2 consequences, 3 AJ kicked out of school. That's my father was kicked out of school, right? 3 Medgar Evers. So I'm going to spend some time, at least 1 page, talking about Medgar Evers' civil rights work. And then I want to show where he offered my father the opportunity to finish his degree at Central State in Wilberforce, Ohio. Then page 7 and 8 is the aftermath. We show where my father went on to have a family, career, had me. Thank God I wouldn't be here if not for that. And then the aftermath where he meets Merle Evers years later at his job. So as you can see here, these are the very, very rough breakdowns. So what I'm going to do here is I also want to work in a quad scenario here. I'm going to work in a quad. So these are 4 pages. So as you can see here, there they are. Right? So I'm going to open up a quad here. I have a quad format in Clip Studio Paint. But I think I need to go back to the comic. Let's go here. Quad. None. Quad. Okay, here we go. Here's the quad. Let's go here. We'll be able to rename this stuff here as well. Great. Right here, we're going this. Okay, that's good. So that's a nice quad, right? So it says the comment quad, but I can save this as, I'm going to say Medgar offer, right? Quad layout. It's 300 DPI by default. But we need to save that in the correct folder, which would be Jackson Comics. I need to do a search on Jackson Comics. Jackson. There it is. Hit save. Okay, so we got that happening, and I feel pretty good about that. Now we're going to go. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this, baby? We're going to hit Command C. Then we're going to hit Command V. There we go. So look here. Now we got all this stuff going here. I'm going to hit Command T. By the way, we have a check. I don't know why that check is there. It's okay because we'll just take this lasso tool here and we will delete that. Now you might ask, well, what is this quad thing? If you look here, these are actually these are double page spreads. Standard comic book setting that's set up like that, right? And I'm pretty good with this. So now what I'm going to do, since we know we have that, I don't really need this thing here, so I'll delete that. I have not upgraded to the latest version of Clip Studio. If anyone uses it, let me know if you think it's something worth making the upgrade. Yeah. Hello, Darius Crosby. How you doing? Cello. It's a good brother there, Darius Crosby. Here, again, if anyone is chatting with me on YouTube, I'm almost not even able to see it. I'm very frustrated. But hold on, let me do this. Let's do this. Let's go to YouTube, and we're gonna go to. I'm gonna go to the Switch account. I'm gonna go to Dieselfunk. My twin brother does not like Foundation. I think he is being very close-minded by Foundation. I I like foundation. Not everything needs to be some densely written out plot. Sometimes I like the epic feel and the kind of disconnected nature of, and which is what they're trying to do with foundation. They're trying to show the ideas are so big. Uh, yes, it makes it difficult to connect the characters because there's only two concurrent characters in it. We'll say one and a half, without ruining the story. But there we go. Anyway, so let's go here. All right, now we're good there. And I think we're going to probably duplicate this, is what I think. Drag here, move over there. So now we actually have two of these. And what I'm going to do on the first level, I'm going to delete all this stuff here. All right, so that there is page 5 through 8. Okay, so we got that. Let me just do this a little bit more here. All right, it's 10:27. I'll get ready to shut down in a few minutes here. All right, so we got that one. Now we're going to go here. Now I'm going to delete the bottom part. Le bottom. Okay, that's gone. Whoops, that's gone. All right, let's do the top part here. Okay, great. All right, we're good. All right, now here's where it's going to get a little interesting. I'm going to take our move tool here, and I'll bring that back down to black, and I'm going to shift these to where they are above this. Now, why did I do that? I did that because I'm going to select both things, Command T, and I'm going to try my best to approximate roughly the size of this, and that's pretty good. All right, so that's page 1. Right, so go here, selecting this section here, and move this up. See, page 1. And here, whoops, page 2. There you go. And here, page 3. See what I'm doing, guys? So I'm shifting this stuff around. And these are all rough breakdowns. This is just something I want and need to finish fairly soon. Oops. Ooh, what happened there? Oh, it's because of the dead pixel. Dead pixel. All right. Now, I'm going to take this, Command T, and we're now going to somewhat try to approximate the size there. See, that's pretty good. I can live with that. All right. Now, let me go to the next one here. Command T. There we go. All right, we can move panels around, do any of that. Just check. Second. Go here. View your channel. Huh. That's weird. Saying that the wrong date is on this right here. That is crap. Did I use the wrong one there? I'm sorry, guys. That's not good. But we ain't gonna worry about it right now. We're almost at the end of this broadcast. Almost at the end of the broadcast. And I can always change that later. Just click here. Put the volume down on that. Yep, no chat at the moment. That's okay. All right. We've made some major league progress tonight. We went through several pages. We also did a little video editing. Hold on, what is this here? Someone is now reaching out to me. This would be, oh, I think it's more stuff from Stacy Blackstar Robinson. There we go here. All right, good. So we got that. Now let me, as a matter of fact, what I think I'm going to do here, because these are do here, instead of just drawing it out, I'm just going to select this here, Command T, and now we'll just we'll do that. See what I'm doing? Kind of getting things somewhat in place. There we go. We'll do the same thing here. See? Alrighty. So we have the quad for the 4 pages. So effectively what happens, all I have to do is reduce the resolution down. See that? That's becoming light there. And once I do that, all I've got to do is to um, show just kind of, this is again, these are like really, hello the original B, how you doing here? So these breakdowns here, you might ask, okay, why does it look like somebody slumped up? That's my dad. He wears a baseball cap and stuff. So when he was sitting by my dad, my twin brother's room, and this is where I interviewed him, and you know, so it'll be part of. I'll be taking narration from the interview I did with him, because I'm actually doing 2 projects. I'm doing the adaptation of my father's interview about what happened with him and Medgar Evers. That's 1. And 2, I'm actually editing the video, which I should have turned in a while ago, but we'll get it done now. Okay, so we'll go here. We'll click here. All right, now here comes the next thing there, right here. I think that's good. Hold down space bar. Whoops, that did not work. Hold down the space bar there. Now, there we go. All right, we'll do the next one. There we go. All right, and we're going to do the next one here. There we go. Then, of course, the final. There we go. All right, fantastical. So, let's take this. Pretty close to the same setup that I'm doing. All right, we'll go here. Now we're going to go down. Okay, that's pretty good. And a little bit more. Okay, great. Now, let's go with this one here. There we go. So, same thing. Oh boy. Whew. All right. That's not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's get this one here. There we go. All right. T. Okay. Bring that down there. All righty. There we go. All right. So we got the breakdowns done for the Medgar Evers story. I'll come up with the titles a little bit later. I reduce that resolution down there, that opacity. Okay. With that, thank you guys so much for joining in with me today. As always, you You guys are the bomb. Diddlies. You're the bomb diddly diddlies. Oh, what's happening there? What happened there? That went crazy. Okay. There are outro music. Oh, wrong one. There we go. You guys might notice that the music I have here is pretty cool, and it's all custom by my second oldest brother, Boston Phil, who's one of the greatest musicians ever lived. Fantastic songwriter, fantastic vocalist, and not a bad filmmaker as well. And also the best second oldest brother I've ever had. He does music. Go to bandcamp.com. Check his music out. So now you gotta admit that's a group. That's pretty awesome, man. Right? A lot of his music is being used for Black Metropolis, the documentary, which we're in the process of editing now. We'll be done with that shortly. Should have been done 3 years ago, but hey, that's another story. But we're getting there, and we're going to rocketh and rolleth. Again, I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight. Thank you so much for the awesomeness that you are. Thank you so much for putting up with a dude, a dude, a dude. Thank you for all those things. Thank you, Steve Williams. Thank you, Mark Florstein. Thank you, D. Williams. I think it's Danny. Not sure. Black on both sides. NYC. Thank you so much. The original B join. Thank you so much. You guys have a great, great evening.